So, we will start today with just an inventory of the body. And so, start by just bringing your attention down to your toes and even wiggle your toes. Just feel your toes. Connect with the fact that you have toes. Wiggle the big toes, wiggle the little baby toes, and just sort of consider the toes. Yeah. And feel the ball of your feet, almost as if your mind was sort of a flashlight that was just coming right down. Just examine the ball of the right foot, the ball of the left foot, the big knuckle that sometimes forms a bunion on some people's feet. Find the tops of your feet and then sort of shine the flashlight of your awareness onto the arches, the inside arches of the feet and the outside arches of the feet. And anywhere along the way here, if you need to move or change to be a little more comfortable, you just go ahead and do that. If you're here in the room with me and I notice that you start snoring, I might put a hand on just one of your ankles or feet. But bring your attention now to your heels and feel in particular sort of the angle of the heels against the floor and how the weight of your feet sort of presses onto your heels. Or if you're sitting at home or reclined, just feel the angles of heels and Achilles tendon. And bring your attention up a little bit to the back of your calves, the strong muscles of your calves. And bring your attention just literally through your legs, almost as if to pass through the heavy bones and the nerves and the vessels in there, and bring your attention to the front of the shins. And let your attention be sort of relaxing and nurturing, and let your awareness come just up to the knees, finding sort of the bony top of the knees, sort of the open, soft of the knees, and the soft of the back of the knees. Really feel into the back of the knees, whether you're seated or lying down. And sort of the tendons that pass around the outside of your knees. And for a moment, bring your attention to your right knee fully, just shining the clear light of the flashlight of your attention to the right knee. And then, as if you were just shining the light over to the other side, bring your attention over to your left knee. And then shine your light back over to the right knee and ping pong it back over to the left knee. And for a moment, almost as if you were making a big sort of figure eight movement with your flashlight, just shine it around one knee and then just bring it over and shine it around the other. And let your attention get sort of a soft, sort of flowing sort of motion, not really a stagnant point, but almost as if the ocean tide was affecting your ability to hold the flashlight still. And all you can do is just let it be softer and easier, not shining with any harshness, but just a wave of attention. And then bring your attention up to the strong muscles of thighs. And again, let your attention be relaxing and softening, soothing even. As Georgia said in the last class, she didn't say it quite this way, but there's nothing more spiritual than your body. And bring your attention just right down straight through your legs into the strong muscles in the back of your legs. And again, let your attention just soften the hamstrings, soften the muscles of the inner thighs and the outer thighs. Let your legs be heavy against the surface below you. And bring your attention up to the strong muscles that form hips. And a lot of those big gluteal muscles that form and shape your hips connect right into the sacrum. which is sort of the bony part, the lower part of the spine, and just loosen any tendons, any ligaments, any musculature. Nothing to stand for, no place to go, nothing to do. And bring your attention to just the bony aspect of the hips, the sits bones and the hip bones and the pelvic bone, and sort of the sturdiness of this bowl of the hips. And then bring your attention just right down deep into the soft of the lower belly, the watery quality of the lower belly, the watery quality of bladder and guts. For some of us, where uterus is or was. And right in the deep lower belly is sort of in conjunction the watery depths is also the second chakra of your body. And you can imagine just a energy ball of orange, brilliant light shining and sparkling and effervescent and bright. And this is the seat of sort of your creative bringing into the world, whether that's through literally bringing in human life or taking care of pets or bringing your particular artistry or knowledge or skills into the world. But let the lower belly for this moment just be soft and easy and comfortable, and bring your attention just up a little bit to mid belly and find out about the movement of your breath. Inhale, tummy rise, exhale, tummy fall. And again, you can notice how soothing this rhythm is, how nurturing it is, and how good it can feel to just recline at the end of the day and notice the easiness of the breath. And just by noticing the breath and by breathing through the nose, you start to calm your nervous system and revitalize. Breathing easy helps you to digest not only the food and liquids that came into your body, but also to digest the stressors or the overwhelms or the informations that came past your system. And the lower belly can process all of that no matter where the source is. And bring your attention up a little bit, finding sort of the base of the rib cage, the lower back area of kidneys and adrenals. And you can let your attention just at kidneys and adrenals allow you to soften and become a little easier in your body. And again, notice your breath and find out if the breath actually moves the rib cage or not. Does the breath come all the way down into the belly? Or does it do both? Or do you feel the breath more at the rib cage? And inventory a little bit the breath here. Is the breath, does it seem fast or does it seem slow? Is the breath deep or is it shallow? Does your breath feel easy and light, or is there tension somewhere? And there's no right or wrong answers to any of this. It's just an inventory. And at any moment, you could take over and take a deep breath. And if you want to, you can even do that and take a deep breath in by the nose and just a long, slow exhale. Then bring your attention just to the natural rhythm of the breath as it moves in and out of your body. And it can be sometimes difficult to notice the natural rhythm without affecting the rhythm. And so just notice all of that, if there's struggle or if there's ease. And notice the length of the breath. Is the inhale the same length as the exhale, or is one of them longer than the other? And is there a pause between the inhale and the exhale? Or does it just flow from one to the other? And what about between the exhale and the inhale? And can you feel the breath moving in the upper portion of your chest? Your lungs actually go all the way up through the chest and underneath the clavicles. The tops of the lungs are almost at the base of your in the base of your neck. And can you feel the breath moving all the way up at the top of your lungs? And what about in the passageways in the back of your throat and nose? Can you feel the breath moving there? And can you feel the breath right at the nostrils? Maybe there's a little cool to the air coming in, a warmth going out. And this is a very simple meditation technique, just noticing the breath at the nostrils. And so for a few minutes, just stay with the breath at the nostrils. And you might notice that your mind wanders off to other things. And when you notice that the mind has wandered off, just bring it back and stay with the breath at the nostrils. And bring your attention from the nostrils back into the head and just straight up sixth chakra or third eye chakra in the middle of your head, way back behind your eyes, between your ears, and then bring your attention all the way up through the top of your head, the seventh crown chakra. This is the one that's like a lotus of 1,000 petals blooming. And you might just imagine that flower opening on the top of your head and bring your attention all the way up and through and out through the seventh crown chakra, all the way up, eighth chakra, ninth, 10th, 11th. And there's a location of really deep quiet when you get aligned into the upper chakras and the sort of ethers. And you might notice that there's a ease or a comfort or a heightened awareness or a feeling that's more than when you just sit by yourself in meditation, that there's something to us all coming together that just opens, almost as if there's an aperture at the top of our heads where we're all just connecting a little more firmly to source energy or to the mystery or to the void or all that is or whatever it is that's beyond us. And bring your attention back down through seventh crown chakra, down through the middle of your head, the down through the middle of your throat. And there's an energy center here at the throat. And you can know that it's safe to express self in this life. And you can think the color blue, and chakra literally means wheel. And so you can imagine that there's this energy center that spins. And it doesn't matter if you actually feel or see or sort of get a sense of this chakra, or if you just imagine it. Either way will work to start to bring your whole system into balance and bring your attention just down one floor to the heart chakra in the center of your chest. And you can think the color green, and once again a brilliant flowing bright light, maybe even pinks and golds and oranges at the edges of it. And you can let your heart feel soft and soothed and quiet and at ease, almost as if plugged into some source of information that brings perspective onto the stressors of daily life, the information that you receive through scrolling or sources or people or interactions. And for this moment, you can just let your heart feel safe and feel easy and feel clean, and even a sense of optimism as you bring attention to your heart right now, that it's safe for your beautiful heart to love and to be loved, to give gratitude and also receive gratitude that you've come into this body and into this place on earth, not only to be and do and have, but to give and to receive and to love and to be loved. And for a moment, you might think of the people or beings or plants or even artwork that you love the most in life, and let that feeling reside right here at your heart. And at the same time, you might know that there are beings on in your world, whether they're human or furry or a plant or a tree, that in some way you just know that loves you too. And just feel into the lovingness and the being lovedness. And how nice it is to be loved, beloved, beloved. To receive love, to be loved, and to hold dear in your own heart the whether they're family members or friends or dogs or cats or others. Maybe there's a place in nature where you just feel resonance. And bring your attention just down one more floor to the area of the solar plexus. It's right where tummy and rib cage sort of come to a V. And this is the solar plexus chakra. You can think the color yellow, like a brilliant daffodil, springtime yellow. You can think the energy of the sun, the sort of fieriness of a flow of energy. And once again, it doesn't matter if you imagine or actually see or feel or sense this chakra, and bring your attention down one more level to deep lower belly once again, the color orange, the deep creativity of the loins of your body, and drop your attention down one more to the very base of your spine and the earthy chakra, the color red. Let this chakra have sort of a vibrancy and flow so that these 7 chakras through the middle of your body are balanced and clean and clear. And for a moment, as if you could breathe from the base of your spine all the way up to the top of your head. Breathe in from the base to the lower belly to the solar plexus through your heart, throat, third eye into the top of the head, and then exhale down from the top of the head through the midline of your body, down through heart and all the way to the base. And move your breath just up and down as if traveling the spine and the energy centers through the body. And it doesn't matter if these energy centers exist or they're just an idea to play with. You can allow the whole idea to soothe and balance and align your entire system in the way that's correct for your beingness today, inhaling all the way up through your spine and exhaling down through your spine. And there might even be a way that you inhale up through the spine and down through the spine at the same time. And then you exhale down through the spine and up through the spine at the same time, bringing a two-way flow of attention through the middle of your body. And let this two-way flow actually extend with each inhale and exhale down through the base of your spine, down through the floorboards and the foundations. Let your attention extend all the way down to the foundations of the building and through that and through any subfloors or basements and down through any gravel foundation and Willamette Valley soil and down deeper into the maybe old tree roots that once inhabited this land and down through artifacts of civilizations since past and the old bones of a animal and down through the deep waters that the wells tap into and down through the bedrock and the crystals and yet down deeper again finding the shelf of the continental plates and down into the hot roiling energies of the fiery of the underneath the crust of the earth and down through the mantle of the earth, and almost as if you were just sending a line down deeper and deeper into the earth, and anchor lining dropping down from the base of your spine through the mantle and through the deep inner parts of the earth, and even opening into curious caverns lit by unknown lights, and yet drop your anchor line down, headed towards the very center of the earth. And as you get close to the center of the earth, sprout a root from the base of the anchor, and the earth will sprout and reach back for you, and let the root, the anchor line of your own system, intertwine and lock together and tether you and hold you close. And you can feel tethered deep to the earth, held to the earth, pulled to the earth, embraced by the earth. And it's almost as if the tentacles, the tether lines of the earth herself just came all the way up, just reaching around your body, like a mother reaching around to comfort a child. There's a way that a mother or a father will hold a little one up to their chest with a hand supporting underneath a little bum and a hand reaching around behind the shoulders and the arms wrapping around for a feeling of safety. And for a moment, allow that feeling of safety to encompass your experience right now. The earth has you. The Great Mother embraces you. Let this feeling or this imagination soothe your beingness, soothe your soul, soothe your body. And there's a way that mothers or fathers will very, very gently rock a sleeping child, almost as if to the ebb and flow of the moon or the tide or the wind as it moves across the body. And there's just a across the body of the earth, and just let there be sort of a flowing motion that once again soothes the nervous system and somehow seems to tap you into the smooth, even flow of just being a human on earth. And it's almost as if your proper place, your proper address residing on earth and in awareness of the moon and the sun and the sort of movement of the solar system across the expanse of the bowl of the sky. But somehow you're in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing and having the right experiences. There's nothing wrong. You have made you have made no mistakes. There is nothing about you that needs to be fixed. There's nothing that needs to be hidden or apologized for, or no need for feeling of shame or embarrassment or inadequacy. You are exactly where you're meant to be, doing exactly what you're meant to do, which in this moment is to just sit and close your eyes and listen with a sense of curiosity. But exactly where you're supposed to be, doing exactly what you are meant to do, tapping deeply into the creativities and resources and possibilities of this experience of life. And you can feel assured and true. And there is simply not another being on earth that's meant to be you, that's meant to do your job, that's meant to have your experiences, that was meant to have your parents and your upbringing, your experiences, your education, your jobs, your looks, your physical experience. And somehow, in some way, your beingness is important. Not important like small letters important, and not even important like big capital letters important, but important like the vast bowl of the sky An awareness that reaches beyond the universes and multiverses, awareness that reaches to the depths of the earth and to the far, far um, I suppose it's hard to come up with just a name for what's so far, but let yourself just drift for a moment as if not only held by the earth, but held by the far edges of imaginable universe or multiverse, vastness, no thingness, everythingness, source of creation, the mystery. And let your whole system, as if doing a cartwheel in space, just go feet over hands, and hard to even know how to quantify the movement as you just roll gently, as if arriving on a ever so slightly different tangent, a different X, a different Y, and a different Z, but different other things too. Other data points indefinable from this moment. Hmm. And just continuing on with our inventory of the body. Find your clavicles and your shoulder blades and feel the heaviness of your shoulders against the floor. And feel the muscles of your neck and upper back. And you can even roll your head just right and left, just a little bit, with the invitation to let those muscles be soft and easy and relaxed. Relax your ears and your jaw. And what would it mean to relax your teeth and your tongue? Feel your cheekbones and your brow, and just let your eyes come very softly open. And just find the landmarks of the room, the lighting of the room. Just a soft gaze, a familiar ceiling. Feel your head against the floor and your upper arms against the floor, the forearms and wrists, hands, and fingers, and bring your attention just right into the very palms of your hands. And go ahead and wiggle the fingers, just reach the fingers out, maybe close the hands into fists. Just pumping hands open and closed a couple times, and wiggle your toes and maybe flex and point your ankles and feet, and roll your head again, right or left. And you can decide if you want to roll onto your right side or your left side. If you're laying on the floor, or if you're sitting in a chair, you might just bring the chair up to seated position. And if you brought a water bottle with you, you might just take a drink of water, or maybe you need to yawn. And you can let your eyes come open, just present to place and time.